Good day everyone! We are going to discuss angles formed when parallel lines are cut by a transversal or MELC 36. I am your teacher, Ma'am Juliet H. Ricasata, and we are now on the third week of quarter 3. Our terminal objective is derives relationships among angles formed by parallel lines cut by a transversal using measurement and by inductive reasoning. Particularly, we will define parallel lines and transversal lines to determine the angles formed when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. Identify the angle relationship between the given angles and find the measurement of a given angle. Let's start with parallel lines. These are lines that do not meet or intersect. They are also called as non-intersecting, and sometimes they are referred to as enemy lines. Some parallel lines may be drawn vertically, just like this suspension on this bridge. Yan, patayo. Sometimes parallel lines may be drawn horizontally, just like the lines on your paper. Sometimes also they are in vertical or diagonal or slanting form, just like this railway. Now, let's have the transversal line. A line that cuts or intersects two or more lines at different points are called as transversal. Let's say, for example, in this figure, we have two lines, A and B. So it is said that line A is parallel with line B, or in symbols, it's written like this. The two bars means that the two lines are parallel. Now, say there is another line that crosses these two lines, and we call this as line T. So you see that the two lines were cut by this line at two different points. So therefore, we call this line as the transversal line. And there are several angles formed when parallel lines are cut by a transversal. So we have angle 1, look at this. Yan, may angle 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 angles were formed actually when two parallel lines are cut by a transversal. But take note of this. Look at the angles 3, 4, 5, and 6. They are in the interior part of the region bounded by the parallel lines. Nasa loob sila, di ba? So therefore, they are called as interior angles. Now, angles 2 and 1, 7 and 8 are found outside the region bounded the parallel lines. So therefore, they are called as exterior angles. Do you get it? There are linear pairs that were formed when the two parallel lines are cut by a transversal line T. When we say linear pairs, in your previous lesson, it is said that they are adjacent, meaning they share a common side. And at the same time, they are supplementary, meaning the total measurement is 180 degrees. In this figure, these are the linear pairs. Angle 1, this one, angle 1, and angle 2. So, obviously, makaka-form yun ng line, kaya nga linear pair. So, di ba kanina, ang given dyan, line A yan eh. So, nang nahati siya ng transversal line, may dalawang angles din dyan na na-form, which are linear. So, yun nga yung 1 and 2. And then, 2 and 3. Linear din sila. Ayan yung na-form na line. Then, 3 and 4. 4 and 1. Also, 5 and 6. 6 and 8. 8 and 7, then 7 and 5. Yan ang mga linear pairs. So, ibig sabihin, kung ang angle 1 ay may measure na 70 degrees, ano ang measure ng angle 2? Since they are supplementary, this one measures 110 degrees. Ang total kasi ay 180, di ba? Then, angle 3, therefore, ang measurements niya ay 70 degrees. Ang angle 4 ay 110 degrees. Do you follow? Now, Ano kaya ang measure ng angle 5? So kung papansin niyo, di ba, may parallel lines tayo dito. Tapos kapag nag-form tayo ng isa pang line dito, makaka-form na tayo ng parallelogram. Okay. So sa parallelogram, consecutive angles are supplementary. So ito yung 3 and 5. Yan yung consecutive angles. Ganon din dito kapag nag-form pa tayo ng isang line dyan. Ang 4 and 6 are consecutive angles and they are said to be supplementary. Therefore, angle 5 measures 110 degrees. Ayan. So, 180 ang total nila kasi na consecutive angles. So, ang angle 6 ngayon, pwede na natin makuha as 70 kasi ito nga, yung 4 and 6 consecutive or linear pair yung 5 and 6. Kaya, 180 rin ang total. Now, yung angle 8, therefore, ay 110 kasi linear pair, no? And then yung 7 is 70 degrees. Do you follow? There are vertical angles here. So, which are they? They are non-adjacent, meaning hindi nag-share ng common side. They were formed when two lines intersect, and they are said to be congruent. So, in this figure, the vertical angles are angles 1 and 3. You see that? 1 and 3. Na-form yan nang nag-cross ang line A at ang line T. So, hindi sila adjacent. Okay? Hindi sila magkatabi. Pero, tingnan nyo ang measurements. 70, 70. Congruent. Diba? Another pair is angle 2 and angle 4. Parehas ang measurements nila. 110 at saka 110. So, dito tayo sa baba. Nung nag-cross ang line B at ang line T, naka-form tayo ng another two pairs of vertical angles. They are 5 and 8, 6 and 7. Do you follow? Now here, there are special angles formed when parallel lines are cut by a transversal. Special angles. So, let's have the first one. The same side interior angle. So, from the word itself, interior. Okay, dapat nasa loob. Same side, meaning to say, this is the definition. Inside the regions, kaya nga interior, bounded by the parallel lines on the same side. Kaya nga same side, ano siya, ang term. Same side of the transversal. So, alin-alin yan? Let's see. We have angles 3 and 5. So, angle 3 at 5. So, ang focus natin ay yung interior angles. Pero, kailangan daw nasa same side ng transversal. Ito yung transversal line, si line T. So, both 3 and 5 are on the left side of the transversal. Tapos, interior angles sila. Do you follow? Another pair is 4 and 6. So, parehas naman silang nasa right side. Kaya, same side, interior. Tapos, parehas nasa loob. Do you follow? Let's now focus on their measurements. Sa 3 and 5, ang measure ay 70 at 110. Sa pair ng 4 and 6, 110 and 70 ang measurement. So, what can you say about their measurement? They are correct. Supplementary. Ang total ay 180 degrees. Take note of that. Let's now have the same side exterior angles. They are found outside the region bounded by the parallel lines on the same side of the transversal. So in this figure, ang ating same side exterior angles are 2 and 7. So ayan, parehas outside exterior nga kasi tapos na parehong nasa left side ng ating transversal line. Ang measure ng angle 2 ay 110 degrees. Ang angle 7 ay 70 degrees. Another pair is angle 1 and angle 8. So, 70 degrees ang measure ng angle 1. Ito naman ay 110 degrees. So, ano ang masasabi nyo sa relationship nila? Ang total ay 180 degrees. Diba? So, therefore, same side exterior angles are supplementary. The third is alternate interior angles. So, ano naman kaya itong alternate interior angles? They are angles 3 and 6. So, tingnan natin dito sa figure, 3 and 6. Both are inside the region bounded by the parallel line, so interior. Pero, ang isa ay nasa kaliwa, ang isa ay nasa kanan, ang isa ay nasa taas, ang isa ay nasa baba. Look at the measurements. Ang 3 ay 70, ang angle 6 ay 70 rin. Another pair is angle 4 and angle 5. So, nasa kaliwa, nasa kanan, nasa taas, nasa baba. So, ganyan ang alternate interior angles. Ang measure ng 4, 110. Ang measure ng 5, 110 degrees din. So, meaning they are congruent naman. Ang alternate interior angles are congruent. Let's have the alternate exterior angles naman. These are angles 2 and 8. So, tingnan natin sa figure, 2 and 8. So, this time, exterior, nasa labas, no? Alternate, nasa kaliwa, nasa kanan, nasa baba, nasa taas. Tingnan ang measures. Ito ay 110. This one is also 110 degrees. So, another pair is angle 1 and angle 7. So, nasa taas, nasa baba, nasa kaliwa, nasa kanan. Pareha silang exterior angles. Ang measures, 70 degrees. This one is also 70 degrees. So, therefore, alternate exterior angles are congruent, meaning magkaparehas ng measurements. The fifth one and the last one ay corresponding angles. These are angles 2 and 5. Ayan, tingnan natin sa figure. 2 and 5. Tingnan maigi. Nasa labas, nasa loob. Pareha silang nasa left side of the transversal. Pero, hindi sila adjacent. Okay, ang measure, 110. 110 din ang kapartner niya. Another pair is 1 and 6. Angles, 1 and 6. Labas, loob. Parehas nasa kanan ng transversal line. Kung titingnan mo naman sa parallel lines, no? Parehas silang nasa ibabaw ng parallel lines, no? Line A, nasa ibabaw ng line A, nasa ibabaw din siya ng line B. Ganun din kanina yung 2 and 5. Okay? So, ang measurements, parehas 70 degrees. Next pair ay angle 4 and 8 naman. Nasa right side parehas ito ng transversal line. Isa nasa loob, isang nasa labas. Pero kung titingnan nyo sa parallel line, parehas silang nasa ilalim ng parallel lines. No, ang measures, 110 degrees parehas. And the last pair ay angles 3 and 7. Parehas ngayon silang nasa kaliwa ng transversal line. One is an interior angle, another is exterior. Parehas sila ding nasa ilalim or ibaba noong ating dalawang parallel lines. At ang measurements nila ay parehas 70 in this figure. Therefore, we say that corresponding angles are also congruent. Okay? Do you follow? Now, let's try this. Answer the following. Let's say in this figure, lines M and N are parallel lines. And there's another line, T, the transversal line here. May mga angles dito na na-form. Angle A, B, C, D, angles 5, 6, 7, and 8. So let's have the first question. Which are the interior angles? Yan, madali yan. Pag sinabing interior, nasa loob. Diba? O, alin yun? These are angles B, C, 6, and 7. Loob, diba? Napakadali. Next is, which are exterior angles naman? Ayan, nasa labas sila. They are angles A, B, 5, and 8. Very good. Now, which are the same side exterior angles? Ayun, natanong, same side exterior. So, alin-alin kaya yan? Dapat nasa parehang side ng, ng transversal tapos exterior angles sila. And they are angles A and D. Ang magka-partner, 8 and 5 or 5 and 8. Yan. Number 4, which are the alternate interior angles? So, nasa loob parehas yan. Ang isa nasa kaliwa, isa nasa kanan. Ano yun? 7 and C. Then, B and 6. Ayan ang mga alternate interior angles. Number 5, which are the corresponding angles? Naalala nyo pag sinabing corresponding angles? Good. So, sila ay yung angles 7 and 5. Isa nasa loob, isa nasa labas on the same side of the transversal. Pero ang isa, kung papansin nyo sa parallel line, baba, parehas ng parallel lines. Then we have 8 and 6, A and C, B and D. You get it? Then we have number 6. If angle A measures 95 degrees, ito si angle A, 95 degrees daw ang measurement nito. What is the measure of angle 5? O, tinatanong, ano daw ang angle 5? If A is 95, so ano ba ang angle relationship nila? Yun muna ang kailangan nating alamin. They are, correct, alternate exterior. Therefore, they are congruent. So, kung 95 ang A, ano ang measure ng 5? Yes, 95 also. Because again, they are alternate exterior angles. Number 7, if angle 6 measures 85 degrees, ito naman, angle 6 naman ang ating reference. What is the measure of angle 8? O yan. Ano nga ba ang relationship ng angle 8 at 6? Correct? There are corresponding angles. And corresponding angles are congruent. Therefore, ang measure ng 8 is also 85 degrees. Number 8. If angle B measures 80 degrees, ito naman si angle B. Dito naman tayo tumingin. 80 degrees ang measurements niya. What is the measure of angle C? So, anong relationship ba nila? They are same side interior. At ang same side interior angles are supplementary. So, therefore, kung 80 ang B, ang C ay 100 degrees. Correct? Ang total kasi dapat nila ay 180. Number 9. If angle D measures 86 degrees, ito, what is the measure of all the other angles? Ayan, lahatan na, punuan na, kumbaga. So, alin ang una natin pwedeng kunin? Yung angle B. It's 86 degrees kasi corresponding angle sila, di ba? Congruent sila. Ano pa? Angle A. Bakit? It formed alternate exterior with D. And at the same time, kung papansin ninyo, B is vertical with 8, kaya congruent sila, no? And 86 din ang angle 6 kasi corresponding siya dito sa 8, alternate interior siya sa B, and vertical din siya sa D. Kaya mga congruent sila. 86 lahat ang measurements nila. How about the next one? Yung angle 5, 94 degrees. Bakit? Kasi nag-form ito ng linear pair dito sa angle D at sa angle 6. So, dapat ang total kasi nila ay 180 degrees. So, ayun na, 94, 95. Next, ang angle A ay 94 din. Bakit? Kasi, they are alternate exterior sa 5 and A. No? Alternate exterior angles are congruent. So, 94 din yan. So, pwede na rin natin malagyan ng angle 7, which is 94 degrees. Bakit? Kasi, vertical siya sa A. And also, corresponding siya sa 5. You get it? And finally, ang C ay 94 degrees din. Bakit? Vertical siya sa 5, alternate interior siya sa 7, corresponding siya sa 94. So, mga congruent yun. Diba? Do you follow? Let's now have question number 10. Imagine line AB is parallel with line CD. Magdodraw tayo dito. Let's say there is the line AB, tapos parallel siya with line CD. Ito naman yan. There is another line EF that intersects them. So, ito yon, line EF. Ang sabi, na-intersect yung line AB at this point, which is called as point G. Tapos yung CD naman, na-intersect at point, ito ang point na to, sa point H. If the measure of angle AGE, so ito yon, AGE. Ang measure daw niyan ay 100 degrees. What would be the measurement of angle DHF? Ito naman ang hinahanap. So, ano nga bang measurement niyan? Now, para masagutan yan, you have to determine first the relationship present sa kanilang dalawa, na nag-e-exist sa kanilang dalawa. Ano nga ba yun? Yes, they are alternate exterior. Kapag alternate exterior, ang measurements nila ay congruent. Therefore, ang measure ng angle na to ay also 100 degrees. Correct. Do you follow? With that, I hope you learned a lot. Maraming salamat and keep safe everyone.